Hello everyone. I'm going to be starting off the new year with an account tour. Um, I had I've tried doing this video several times by this point, and I wanted to do it before the banquet, before my account got really beefy, because I knew that the banquet rewards would be pretty juicy, despite what the crystals are garbage, as you saw in the video that I uploaded about my opening. Um, but the milestones rewards themselves were pretty great, and I was able to get what is it, like four new rank threes, in addition to my Christmas opening, which I will be uploading at some point. I just haven't gotten around to it with as busy as the holidays have been, but I will hopefully have this video out by the end of today, just so that way I can have my January 1st, 2025 video, um, so I can mark where my account is at the very start of the year, and hopefully in maybe 6 months or another year, um, I'll be doing another one of these to be able to compare my growth. I'm going to start with my rank threes. Oh, but before that, I should note that I do spend money on this game. Um, I've been playing this game since May of 2015, so going on a decade now. And over those past 10 years, I have spent, um, I'd say maybe around $300 in that range, which is definitely not nothing, but definitely in the lower echelon of spenders, I'd say, in this game, and definitely not. Um, I don't know. It's not much when you. I don't know what the breakdown is per year of that is, but for the hours of enjoyment, entertainment, and frustration that this game has provided me, I'm more than happy to support the developers with um, some of my money to encourage them to keep doing what they're doing. And I think they've made plenty of money. I mean, they've plenty of encouragement with the banquet, but that's neither here nor there. Um, as I said, let's start with my rank three, 7 stars. I'll talk about my favorite champions first, and then move on to some other things. My favorite right now, by far, is Sparky. I love this character. He's one of my favorite to play. I worked really hard to get him as a 7 star, and to choose. I chose to dupe him from the selector, from the Karina challenges, or sorry, the community, the content creators challenges, the CCP challenges, and just really happy to have him. And he's my top champion, my first SIG 200 champion. Um, he's great. Love him to bits. Love playing with him. He's definitely a little high risk, high reward because he's a bit of a glass cannon. But if you're good and you're skilled, which I'm not, then he is very reliable to play with. And if you're not skilled, like I am, then he's sometimes great and sometimes you get punched in the face and you die. That seldom happens in battlegrounds, but in other forms of content, it can definitely happen for me. Um, but yeah, he's really fun, and I'm really happy to have him. I'd say my second favorite rank three right now is probably Silk, just because I love her heavy stun mechanic. I love that she deletes things after the S2. Her and America Chavez. America Chavez is my number um, three pick, and they're both very similar in terms of battlegrounds greats who rely on strikers to for their flow. And she had, I don't know, I was so nervous for America when she first released because she was one of my favorite characters in the comics, and I really wanted her to be good and really wanted her, one of my favorite characters, to be one of the best in the game, or not even one of the best in the game, because she is definitely one of the best in the game right now, I'd say. Um, but just relevant, just a good champion that I could use in content. And I'm happy to say that she is. When she was first released as a 6 star, she was kind of and then she was buffed, and then she was okay, and didn't really see a lot of usage as a defender. But then when Strikers came out, and then when she was released as a 7 star, she really popped out. Strikers really helped her with her battlegrounds rotation and her flow, and as the 7 star, she just everyone started seeing how amazing she is, and I'm really happy to have her as a rank 3 champion. Awakened, just she's brilliant. She looks cool. She smacks hard. I love that heavy stun mechanic with the combo enders. It's just she's great, and I love her. And she's probably honestly gonna be my first rank 4 champion when those start becoming more prevalent later this year. We shall see. But yeah, those are my top three, I'd say. Um, Honorable mentions though are definitely Werewolf. I love this guy. I love his dual threat nature. I love just his animations, him ripping into the opponent, super fun. I love that he gets more powerful during the full moon. Ugh, that's so great. He's just one of my favorite characters by far, and he's just really fun. He's just really fun to play, and that's what makes him one of my favorite rank threes. My second, or another one, is definitely Scream. Uh, I was really excited for her when she was first announced to be coming into the contest because I actually was introduced to her in another game called Spider-Man Unlimited. It was an endless runner game, and she was one of the many various Spider-Verse heroes or Spider-Verse characters to begin that game. And I'd never seen her before that game. I just thought her design was super cool and wicked, and I was really pleased that she was coming into the game. And her design here is also just sick. She looks cool. I'm a fan of the design. I don't know a whole lot about the character. Um, in the comics, I've read a little bit of it with the King in Black event, but because I know she had her original host is dead, and now she has a new host. Last I checked, I don't really know. Anyways, she's super fun to play, and she's a menace in Battlegrounds. Her damage is nuts. Her and Dazzler are definitely the damage queens of 2024, and I was really happy to pull her from a Titan Crystal. Uh, she was the first champion I pulled after the Titan pool updated most recently, and she was my most wanted champion. So I was just absolutely stoked to get her, and hoping to dupe her someday soon. Hopefully, her and Silk. Silk is by far my most wanted dupe. Um, Ironheart as well. Love this girl. Just she just really pops off as a rank 3 because her damage isn't the best. So having the higher rank really does help her out in getting faster times in Battlegrounds. And I wouldn't say I'm an avid Battlegrounds player. The highest I've ever gotten placed is maybe Arcane. I think that's where I am right now, actually. But I don't place Battlegrounds for two reasons. The time it requires, I'm not interested in investing, and it also stresses me out to play. I just get very competitive by nature, even though like the rank rewards aren't worth the effort and the time. That's another reason I don't play. But like it's fun. I do enjoy Battlegrounds. I do enjoy drafting and like the whole game mode, and I do rank up. As you can see, a lot of these are all of these basically are good in some form or another for Battlegrounds. But and that's another reason why I do like to rank 2A champions because I can use them in Battlegrounds. But I don't know, it stresses me out. But speaking of meta rats, um, or me being a meta rat and this meta champion, um, Shocker, I took him up. He's my most recent rank 3. Very excited to actually use him in on attack in Battlegrounds once this meta is over. But right now he's just definitely useful enough as a defender, and he still gets banned right now, which is funny. I had no idea how much of a 2A champion he was until other people started complaining about him, and then I fought him a couple times, and I was like, oh, this is actually kind of annoying if you don't have a good counter. He can definitely be a problem, especially in this meta. So that's definitely why I took him up, is because he has insane burst damage with the S2, or the dupe, and then the S2, and then the heavy. It's just nuts. He can take so many things out. Sentinel is not going to be a problem at all in future metas. He is kind of a problem for him right now, obviously, because he doesn't do damage. But I think MSD did a video of Shocker just annihilating Sentinel, who is looking to be a bit of an annoying defender. Probably, definitely the most annoying of the 6 buff champions. Um, but yeah, that is, I think, it for my rank 3s, I'd say. I love all of them though. Like I could keep talking about Dust and Photon and Onslaught and Bullseye, even how much I enjoy using them in um their various content or their various usages. I will say that my first rank 3s were Shang-Chi and Terax. Um, that was purely to get Valiant. They were class gems, both of them, and they were my best options. And they're both a little bit weaker because Terax is more defensive, not really. I do want to use him in a showcase video just to show off his offensive potential, because it does get kind of fun and kind of nuts in the right scenarios. And Shang-Chi, I love playing with him. I love how he feels to play. He was one of my most wanted just because of his flexibility. He's a utility. He counters everything basically besides miss these days, and he's great. Um, He's just out of all the rank 3s here, easily the worst defender of them, and that's what keeps him from being one of my favorites, I guess you could say. But he's definitely really fun to play, and I do enjoy playing with him a lot. But let's move on to my rank 2s, shall we? Really strong picks here as well. Enjoy using all of them. I will say the two that I use the least are Venom. I don't really like Venom. Like I recognize he's a stellar champion. I just don't like using him because of his RNG dependence. In terms of the criticals and the bleeds and the buffs, it's just not super consistent enough for me to be enjoyable. And then my other least used is Hulkbuster. He's also another great stellar champion. I just seldom find a use for him. He's good, and I do want to use him more. There hasn't been any content that's been asking for him. That another champion that I don't already have wouldn't do better. But other than that, all of these rank 2s are fun to use. Sunspot's just a nuke. I love Carol. I actually was able to pull her from the Magnetron crystals, and was very pleased about that. And then I was able to get her dupe from the solo event. And once I got her dupe, I took her to rank 2, and she's just really fun, especially with Recoil Masters, which I run. I try to run almost all of the time. I do take it off for off season sometimes, just so that way I can use other champions. Or sorry, during the season, during AW, I do take them off, but otherwise I try to keep it on as much as possible for arena grinding, and just so the game goes faster. But she's great with Suicide Zone. So is Kushala. She's the one that I took up with my. I got two, some of the worst 7-star Awakening gems. I got a Mystic and a Skill, and she's definitely a good use for it. I was just hoping to awaken Silk or Ironheart or Dust or literally Sinister, just someone more useful, but or someone that I had at rank 3. She's plenty useful. She just wasn't at rank 3 because she's on a 2-way. But still pleased to have her as a rank 2, and if I am gonna rank up another Mystic attacker, she's definitely top of the list. That 7-star Awakening gem, the skill, I have no idea who I'd use for that right now, but yeah, just yeah. These, I think, with most of these champions, I'm very comfortable with where they are right now as their rank 2 potentials. They're the second strongest, I guess, third strongest rank right now in the game. Now that rank 4s are mucking about, but I have 2 rank 3 gems waiting in the wings. One of them is going to Thanos in a couple of weeks, or whenever he gets released, and the other I'm not really sure who I'm going to use on. Sound off in the comments below if you have any picks of these guys. I do have some rank 1s that also definitely could be ranked up, but I'd prefer to take someone I already have at rank 2, just to save on the resources. And now let's take a look at my 6-star rank 6s, R5 Ascended. I have, I think, let's see, 21 of them, and they've all served their uses. You can see I have Onslaught and Photon at rank 6 and rank 3, and Shuri. Those are the 3 that I have, but the others I have not. They either aren't available as 6 stars or 7 stars, or I haven't had the fortunate privilege to get them as a 7-star, like my poor Medusa here. She is one of my favorite 6 stars at the moment. She just slaps so hard, even as a 6-star. Kills Killmongers, arcades, Red Skulls like it's nesting, and not to mention all the robots she just decimates. She's phenomenal. Love using her. And I was really pleased with her buff, and just hoping one day I will get her as a 7-star. I don't know when that will be, but hopefully one day. And then another one of my favorite rank 6s is Ultron. Another hard to get 7-star. And really pleased with him just overall. He was great in the secular meta. He's great with recoils. He's great in Hazard Shift, which is my path in Alliance War, which is why I took him up. And he's just a cool character, you know. One of the OGs. One of the OG big bad AI villains. And then I can't go without mentioning Kate the Great. my white whale for the longest time. I feel like the only champion I've wanted since was Scream, who I thankfully have. But not right now. There's not really any champion that I'm dying to have. Just really wanting dupes. But I was dying to have her for quite the time. And I got her not this past Christmas, but the Christmas before, and was able to explore Necropolis with her. And she's just so fun. Those Cold Snap passives are insane, and she's got so much utility and insane damage. Just really fun to play, and just really great. Love her to bits. Wish he had released as a 7 star, because 7 star is definitely lacking in, or the 7 star skill class is definitely lacking. Definitely the weakest class right now, I'd say. But yeah, that's about it. I'd say my most recent rank up is Enchantress, just purely because she scares people on defense in Battlegrounds. I personally don't have that bad of a time fighting her, because I've learned how to play her, and she's really not all that bad. Um, in my opinion, she's not all that bad. But she can definitely be in a pain if the RNG and her spells aren't in your favor, and she doesn't want to intercept, right? And if you get caught in a tricky intercept position, she can definitely be annoying, and she definitely is um, an annoying defender. I personally just she's no different is all I'll say. Um, and that'll takes me to my most recent rank 6 champion, Captain America, my favorite superhero of all time. I think honestly, him and Superman go neck and neck sometimes. Right now, it honestly might be Superman, but there's not. This is not a DC game, so Captain America is my favorite, and I love this particular iteration of him with that classic round shield. Because the best Captain America in this game right now is still Infinity War, but he doesn't have the shield, so he's not as iconic. So he didn't get taken up to rank 6, and I just love the leather gloves and the boots and the dark blue. Is he's just great. Love him, and I wish he was going to get a buff or were to be buffed. I would die. I'd be over the moon if he were to be buffed, but he probably is not going to be anytime soon, and that's okay because my roster is strong enough and my needs in terms of the content are met to where I can take up a completely fun, useless rank up like him. And I'm hoping to do a showcase video on him soon, so stay tuned for that. Just to take him, to push him to his absolute limits, to see how good a champion he can really be in the contest. That's about it for my rank 6 champions. Um, there's others, like just a lot of meta champions that I'm taking up for Battlegrounds, because I don't know, it's what else is there to do in this game besides Battlegrounds at this point. Um, but there's just so many champions. Like just looking at this absolutely stacked roster, like you can use rank 5 and rank 2 champions and rank 6 ascended. Like none of like all like right here, this could be someone's top roster and this would be completely usable. It just gets more and more bloated the higher and higher up you go, and it's kind of insane how strong my roster is right now. And it's definitely not even like one of the strongest rosters in the game. Like I'm definitely an in-game player up there, but I'm definitely not also the strongest